Betsy's my best friend. Been my best friend since I was early 20. It's a device called a metal detector. And I use this metal detector for finding artifacts. They're not artifacts like Indiana Jones would go after, but they are artifacts that are antiquity, about 150 years old. When I was your age, I was not interested in history at all. Not in the least. I was interested in American history a little bit. But boy, when it came to world history and all the rest of it, forget it. I had no interest whatsoever. Didn't care, didn't want to know. But as I got older, I got myself in a little bit of trouble. I went off to war. And I didn't take any time off. And one day I came back, okay, and I was out front at a grocery store loading up a car. And a car backfired and I jumped through the plate glass window. The next thing I know, the owner of the company is coming to me and saying, "We think you need to come over to the main office and work. You don't need to be around the general public for a while." So I went to the main office, and when I got there, the United States Army was waiting for me. And it turned out that the company I was working for paid me for about 6 months to do this. And gave me my first machine. And they sent me to a colonel out in the middle of nowhere. And I would go through the woods with him, not finding a doggone thing, while he dug belt buckles, breastplates, bullets, everything under the sun. Me, nothing. Couldn't find a doggone thing. So one day, my father went and got me a man by the name of John Jackson, who was a very famous metal detectorist that lived up in Northern Virginia. And he finally sat me down and taught me how to use this thing, and I got pretty good at it. So as time went on, I moved to an area in the valley of Loudon below the Blue Ridge Mountains in Northern Virginia. And lo and behold, there was an enormous amount of Civil War activity that happened there. And in this area, it was like it sat still in time, with old plantations run down, falling apart, stone-lined walls, bush-lined garden walkways, everything, just like it sat still in time. Places way, way back in the middle. I had to walk 2 miles to get to it. Old mills. And as I was doing this stuff, I would have really weird experiences. Ghosts, spirits, telling me to put things back, leave it alone. Riding with my friends in their cars. And all these stories my kids would listen to, and it led to writing a stupid book. And this book is about Civil War, science, history, everything from that period of time to modern time. And it's about some kids that decide to steal their father's metal detector can. Now the weird thing about this battle was it was fought Halloween night, October 31st, 1862. And these kids unwisely decided that they were going to go metal detect a battlefield on Halloween night. Not a smart thing to do. Not a smart thing to do if it's not Halloween night. But they thought they could beat their fathers because their fathers wouldn't let them go metal detecting. And their fathers wouldn't let them go metal detecting with them because they were digging artillery shells. Now this is a solid reed and it won't explode. But they were digging live artillery shells, time delayed bombing, aerial shingles. And their mothers of these kids were beside themselves. You will not take these kids metal detecting with you under any circumstances, and you need to stop yourselves. You're going to die. So we didn't listen. We kept doing it. We take our shells and we bury it in sand and put water in it to protect it. We put it in a bucket and put it in the back of our car and drive to Fredericksburg, Maryland, and have this thing cotton picking.